Well, hello there and welcome to another episode of Back to the Clubs with me, Major K. I'm a DJ, producer and record label owner, and in this series I'm talking to other DJs about their club experiences. What club did they visit the most and why? In which club do they still want to play and haven't before? And what is it that lives if it is fed and dies if you give it a drink? The answer to that is fire. The answers to the other questions are often surprising. Previous guests this season include Nico Morano, Hassan Ghazi and, last week, Byman. And now, Cynthia Laclé, a DJ and producer from the Netherlands, but with roots in the Caribbean. While she makes pumping and a lot of the times hard techno, her taste palette is a lot wider than that, with people in other dance music genres inspiring her to get started. And club-wise, well, across the border of the Netherlands, there appears to be a country and a place with so much dance music goodness. Just discover it for yourself. Oh, and by the way, something appears to have gone wrong while recording the chat on Squadcast. There's a lot of white noise and we tried to fix it as much as possible, but couldn't get rid of it entirely. So apologies for the sound quality. Here's my talk with Cynthia Laclé. Enjoy the show. Here we go.
Back to the Clubs with Major K.
Right, back to the clubs with Cynthia Laclé. Hello, Cynthia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing really fine. The weather's not that good here in Belgium. How's it at your end?
And not so good either, but...
Not so good either. The dark and depressing times have come, huh?
Well, not depressing, dark a little bit, but we have music to keep it bright.
That's for sure, that's for sure. We saw each other at the Amsterdam dance event a month or so ago. How has that experience been for you?
Amsterdam was crazy. It was, for me, it was definitely at next level. I really wanted to focus more on the business end. And yeah, we had so many meetings and so many talks and it was crazy, really crazy.
A lot of people, a lot of things going on, a lot of sessions, a lot of talks, a lot of networking, a lot of parties. What did you do most over there?
I only had mostly the business part. We only had like 1 or 2 nights that we went out, but we were like so tired from all the meetings and stuff. I mean, you start like 10 a.m. and you end like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So it's like this crazy day, and then you're like, okay, shall we go out? I mean, there are like so many events, and I'm like, dude, I'm tired.
Yeah, I know the feeling, and you shouldn't forget to eat as well, because like there's so many meetings, and then there's something like food. What are we going to do with that?
Yeah. Oh, we forgot about eating so many times. And like, oh, why are we like so angry? And oh wait, we need to eat. Okay, let's do that first. Okay, we have like a small window, 15 minutes. Okay, rush and go.
Yeah, but I guess in the end it was all worth it, right?
Absolutely. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. It's epic.
Yeah, absolutely. Amsterdam Dance Event. It's really must-be place to go when you're busy with dance music, and that's what we both are. You said, you wanted to focus more on the business side of things. That means obviously that the music side of things has been something that's in your life for a long time. How did that go? When did you first feel the vibe, so to speak?
It's a good question. I think there has always been music in our family. Even if I look to my parents, they were always like really passionate about music. And my father had a different taste than my mother. My mother was a little bit more popular music. It was back in the time, it was more Beyonce and that kind of stuff. And my father was a little bit more old-timer music like Tracy Chapman. So it basically always has been there. I think that the thing changed is when I decided to do something with music myself.
Yeah. Did you pick up stuff from your parents then? Because those are two really different kinds of things, the more poppy thing, and then the more perhaps soulful thing that your father had then. Was that something that influenced you as a young girl when you were listening to music, or that kind of made your taste or so?
I think in the end, I have like a really wide range of music that I like. And I think that definitely has to do something with that part. But when I was 12, I moved to the Netherlands, and then I got introduced really with electronic music. And then you got the time from Scoop with Drop It and that kind of classicals. So that was like something completely new for me, because we didn't have that in the Caribbean. We don't have like electronic music. It's more salsa and merengue and that kind of vibes. So it was already like new for me to like listen to Tracy Chapman or a Beyonce, and then coming to the Netherlands and then have this big switch. Yeah, that was like epic for me. I was like, this is cool. What is it? I mean, what are these sounds? And I was like really excited with that part. Yeah.
Yeah, must be a big difference when you came to the Netherlands from the Caribbean then. Not only music-wise.
Yes, correct. It's a completely different culture. Only the weather, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
No beaches and no palm trees around, for sure. But it also is like a different experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and perhaps different people, different insights, different musical tastes, as you explained. Yeah, when you were 12, you said you came to the Netherlands, and then you discovered music, and perhaps with the friends that you've accumulated over the years, they influenced you as well a little bit, or?
No, actually not so much. I mean, when I was 12, I was really listening to a lot of music, but still not at the point that I was like, okay, I wanted to make music. I think that started when I went to my first festival. What was it, when I was like 20 or so? I went to my first festival, was Mysteryland, and I was like sold right away. And at that point I knew, okay, I have like so many signs that I have to do something with music, and now I should like just do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that you did, obviously. It was Mysteryland was the kind of your kind of pivotal moment. Did you go to any clubs before that, or was this like the starting point of your going out as well?
Yeah, this was really my starting point. After that, I was like really discovering, okay, obviously in the winter there are not a lot of festivals, it's more in the summer. And then you're like, okay, what to do in the winter? And then you discover that there are a few clubs, and I was really like getting a lot of time into music. Okay, what kind of artists are there or not, or concerts, or so. Yeah, then you're like getting really more interested in the music part, and that's also the time that I went to clubs for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what the first club was that you went to?
Oh, that's a good one.
Can be a couple if you don't remember the chronology of, because I wouldn't remember either the chronology of which club I went to first. But
I think my first club that like really impressed me was in Belgium. That was what was it, in Knox?
Knox, yeah, in Antwerp.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. I do know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really impressive. I was like blown away by the style, and it's so fancy, and people are like so nice, and you could just like see behind the DJ booth, and it was like this really cool vibe in it. I don't know, I can't explain it. It was really, really epic.
Yeah, is that sometimes lacking in the Netherlands then?
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah? Is it so different? How would you describe that?
Well, Belgium, you have like crème de la crème.
Okay.
And the Netherlands is more like bars and stuff, like drinking beer and more like mellow and doesn't matter. I mean, you have a few clubs left these days, but it's more like in Amsterdam and in the big cities. And we used to have in the south a few clubs. There was one, I know, it was an R&B club that was really good. But yeah, then it's only R&B vibe, of course. But I can't actually really remember that we had in the Netherlands like really clubs that you like went to and like dress up nicely for it, and just like, you know, just the whole vibe it's not there. I really miss that.
Yeah, it's kind of not about the music, but just the music is in the background, and that's about it. It's like talkie and with some songs playing there.
Yeah, in Belgium you really have the clubs, you like dance and you just like party and drink and have fun, and yeah, it's just a really, really good vibe. I really miss that.
You should come over to Antwerp, where I'm living, more often to go clubbing then.
Oh, for sure.
It's not that far off. It's just an idea, Cynthia. It's just an idea.
I should get out more.
Exactly. So first Mysteryland, then the Belgian club Knox. That was kind of that edged you towards making music, or was the first thing that you did afterwards was trying to get some gigs and play some sets in different places, or how did that go?
Well, it was quite a little bit more different. It was for me, I went to Mysteryland and I saw Hardwell playing there. And I was like so blown away by his set. And later I found out that he was sick that day, that he just like vomited like a few minutes before he had to go on stage. And I'm like, okay, I really did not see that one coming, because he killed that set so hard. And the whole place was like really so packed, and it was the perfect set. And then I was like, okay, this is really cool. How does this work? Where do I even start? And that's the point when I like took a course first. I just wanted to see if I could even do it, or if it's something that would suit me. So I did a course, and it was a very hard course, because he was a very old school lady and very strict with everything. And I was like,
really?
I'm like, okay.
You were kind of like, I thought music was fun.
Yeah, it was more like a boot camp, you know. And you have to do this, and you have to do that. I'm like, okay. Can I push the button? No. Okay. Very well. I'm not doing anything. But in the end of the day, I really learned a lot from her. She really like make the basics for me. Yeah, at that point, I was like, okay, now I have to go further. It's addictive. I want to do more. So I bought my first console. You buy your first laptop. You're like looking into the techniques and the things you need to know for the basics. And then you're just like play and curse a little bit more when your program like fails on you and your controller doesn't have the right update, etc.
Oh, I know it so well. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if it was easy, everybody would do it, obviously, but yeah, that's for me how it started.
Yeah, and that's how long ago now?
That was in 2015.
15, yeah. And so since then, so you bought your console, you rehearsed, you played your sets in your living room or in your bedroom or wherever.
Yeah.
And then what was the first step to actually land a gig for an audience?
I started actually first with a contest. It was like in the DJ Mag, there was a contest for the Dutch Nationals. And I was like, okay, well, cool. Maybe we can like do that and like see what happens. And in the first year I ended up at place 17, and I was like, okay, not too bad for the first time with like no experience and stuff. And the next year I came back with obviously a little bit more knowledge. Yeah, well, there I was number 1, so that was cool.
Congrats.
Thank you. And at that point, I was like, okay, now I just want to like keep moving it up to the next level and start playing more. Yeah, then you play in different clubs and also in Belgium, club fairs and small events and in the media then and publicity and.
So, as this is called Back to the Clubs, the podcast, do you remember the first club that you played in? It's a little bit different question from first one where you went to first, but the first really club gig that you were booked at, do you know where that was that in Versus or?
Yeah, that is Club Versus. Yeah, very nice club.
Yeah, it's a very nice club and really modern and really bustling still. A lot of good parties going on over there. And so how did they discover you then?
That was also through a contest, and I won also that contest. And then you have the contacts, obviously, and then you can like easily get in. Yeah, through the contest, I got there. Yeah, I remember just like walking in. I was like, wow, this is cool. But like I said, we don't have it here in the Netherlands, so it's just a completely different world and vibe then. So
would you say that Club Versus is like a prime example of what a club should be?
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And can you explain why? What exactly blew you away when you went there first?
Yeah, only when you just like walk in, you have like this really nice entrance. It's already like crème de la crème, like all over it, you know. And then you walk in and you have like so many different areas and stages, and everything is just like fine-tuned and everything looks good. The drinks are like presented nicely. The people are nicely. People like really dress up to go to the venue. They like really come there because there's like a good lineup or good music. It's not just like seen to be seen. I mean, music is their priority. And yeah, the sound quality is good. The visuals are cool. Yeah, there's so many details there. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's like the total package that makes it really excel then.
Yeah, like from the start, from the moment that you arrive until you leave, it's perfect.
Perfection. I think the people at Versus will really love to hear this. It's a raving rating for them, so to speak. Yeah, I guess that you said you saw Hardwell perform. I guess you've seen a lot of other DJs perform as well in the club setting. Is there one DJ set from one of those DJs that comes to mind that you think, well, okay, the Hardwell one was at Mysteryland, but this DJ in this club here tonight, this is so awesome?
I think the one that surprised me was a set from Sonny Ray James and Ryan Marciano in the Nux Club. I did not see that one coming, and yeah, the vibe and how they played that night was epic. That was really a perfect night. Everybody was like so chill, and they really surprised me with their set and how they played, and you could just like almost like walk over to on the corner and just like watch what they're doing, you know, and then you just like, okay, these are real artists, you know. They're like really playing. They're like, you can hear when they like also make a mistake or anything, but it doesn't matter because they're like respected, and it's okay to like even make a mistake because people then even know it can happen, you know. And
and that it's live, you know, that
correct.
It's not a recording or whatever.
Correct. Yeah.
Is that something that you often do when you go see or go party, that you look at what DJs are doing, just perhaps to learn stuff from them? Or
yeah, all the time. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not playing live, I mean, in certain setting it's not possible to play live.
With a lot of visuals, for instance, and stuff that
fireworks
needs to
and all those things. I mean, it's obviously that it's not, but when you're playing in the club, I mean, you should just play live, you know, and learn from your mistakes, and it's okay if you fail. I think you will even get more respect as an artist than if you like never fail, you know.
No, exactly. And I think that when you do that, you can really feed on the energy of the crowd and see where you can take them. And that can be something totally different than you've or would envision when you are preparing your set at home, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why it's so fun to see that if you make the choices on the day, on the night, that works and that you have your people with you, so to speak.
Yeah, correct.
Is there a gig of yours that comes to mind where you were really happy with what you did, how that set turned out?
That's a good one. I don't think I really have one because I'm really looking for that perfection, you know, and when it's not really 100% perfection, and then I'm like, okay, that should have been better. I could have done that better. Okay, I need to work on that part. I need to work. Not that the crowd sees it or notice it or anything, but I'm like, okay, I'm like already writing my notes during my set. Okay, I need to change that. I need to change that. I don't think there is a perfect set to play though, because every setting is different. I mean, every crowd is different. Every preparation is different.
Yeah, you're a little bit hard on yourself, perhaps. No?
Maybe, but at the end of the day, it's also what drives me and pushes me further to the next level. I mean, if you're like never seeing something, okay, you could change that part or work on something. I mean, what are the goals then? I mean, there's always something, even in production, you know, in the beginning you're like, oh, this track is really cool. And then like a few months later, I'm like, oh my God, this is really not good. I'm like, okay, we need to change it. We need to change it.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to see that you can evolve in the time, you know. It's
perhaps, you know, I can rephrase the question. Is there a set that you played where you have fond memories of because you had so much fun, for instance?
Every set is fun.
Okay. That concludes this question. Okay, otherwise you wouldn't be doing that, because if it was a drag or not so much fun, then it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Okay, cool. That's a really honest answer as well. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Is there a club that you have been to the most, that you visit loads of times, or perhaps not only as a guest, but that you've played at the most, recurring gigs or whatever?
I think the most club that I went to was the Knox.
Okay.
And I've played most in Club Versus.
In Versus, yeah. So those two are cropping up again?
Sorry.
No, but that's okay. But obviously they made a real impact in your life and on who you are as a DJ and as a producer. So they must do something right, as stated before.
Yeah, you know, even overseas, you know, in other countries, I've went there to clubs. I visit, you know, even like Ibiza, Ushuaia, and in the Caribbean, I went to different kind of clubs. I even played there, but I cannot describe the vibe that is in Belgium. It's really next level. They have something special there.
Okay, I'll take it for my countrymen and women. Thank you so much, Cynthia. And yeah, you talked about playing in the Caribbean as well. Yeah, I guess that really is different, right? That's what would we need to envision for DJ sets over there? Where do they take place? How do they take place? What's the vibe there then?
Well, in the Caribbean, you have like different islands. Where I'm from Aruba. And Aruba is like very much different than from Curaçao. When you like see the clubs and the vibes there, it's completely different. Aruba is definitely a little bit more loungy, more chilling. You'll have your drinks, watch your sunset, that kind of stuff. Also, they have their parties, obviously, but that's more like salsa and merengue vibes. And if you like look at Curaçao, yeah, there you have like Hardwell playing on that island. So
right, totally different. Yeah, totally different.
There you like really have your party vibe, and a lot of people that book the tickets just to go there to their clubs, and it's also chill, but it's a little bit more party vibe.
Yeah, exactly. And perhaps I hesitate to ask, because I think I might know the answer, but I'm gonna try anyway. So, in your opinion, what is the best club in the world?
I think I need to like visit a few more clubs before I could answer that. But for me, at this point, would have to go with verses.
Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Score. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be one hell of an episode of Back to the Clubs. It's the versus one, not only the Cynthia Laclé one, but the versus one as well. Yeah, but it's so good, so good. Really good to hear that's appreciated. Another question: is there a club? So you've played versus a lot of times. You've played other clubs as well. Is there a club that you, as you said, you still need to be at a lot of clubs, haven't visited them yet. Is there one club that you really, really want to play at that comes to mind, and that you haven't played at before?
Yeah, well, obviously Ibiza has like the world's epic clubs. So I definitely want to play in Ushuaia or Pacha or any other club on Ibiza. But also I want to play more in Belgium. It's my two countries in the moment that I really like.
It's great. This is one easy interview, I must say. It's so much fun.
Club versus, okay.
Club versus. Yeah, if AI would need to count, I think it's a gazillion times already. So, but that's really just fine. You want to play in versus a lot of times. Is that one of the clubs that is on your schedule right now? Or where can we find you in the near future?
It's not on my schedule yet. I'm really hoping for next year to be on their schedule. And yeah, for this year, a few small things are coming up. But at this moment, I'm really working more about branding and my production.
Yeah, and how is that going so far?
It's really good. We were like a few days ago on #1 on Release Radar on Spotify, and I
saw that.
I got
Congrats
a message,
once more.
and I was like, "No, this is not happening. How is this possible?" So it's really crazy. It's in a spiral in a moment. Also, my social medias are like really getting up and. Yeah, this Friday is another production coming out, and then next month again. So it's a lot of hard work, but it's paying off now.
It's paying off, and that's a good way to go into 2024. I guess that's what you're aiming for, more productions that are valued really well, and then consequently the gigs that will be following for sure. Of that I'm really, really confident. So I wish you all the best. Thanks for talking to us in Back to the Clubs. It's been a real trip throughout the world of clubs, mainly Belgium, but throughout the world of clubs. But as said, as I'm a Belgian myself, I take that, and it's really fun to hear that the things that we do over here, that it's appreciated internationally as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Cynthia, and see you soon. Belgium rules. We don't perhaps say it ourselves as often as we should, but good to hear others are convinced. Thanks, Cynthia. Don't forget to subscribe to Back to the Clubs in your podcast app and find me as @officialmajork on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. Go get your Back to the Clubs logo t-shirt on dancemusicmerch.com and support the show. Next week in Back to the Clubs, LA producer Mr. Lady. This talk needs to be recorded still, so fingers crossed all goes well. For now, see you next time and enjoy the sunshine. Bye bye.
Back to the Clubs with Major K.